As a team, it is their most picked hero, one of their most picked heroes.
Really?
They just love Drow.
They just haven't really pulled it out too much this event yet.
No, they haven't pulled it out at all recently. Drow used to be a meta pick. So they've only played it, the last time they played it was like a month ago or 15, 20 days ago. And they've lost 5 of their last 6 with the hero. So
so what does that say here about your tournament life? And you're like, let's try that Drow thing again, guys. I don't know if that says a lot of confidence. Maybe they're hoping that it's been long enough that FlyToMoon are not going to be prepared for it and not be in that kind of Drow mentality that you need to. I guess what would be the Drow mentality? If you have a lineup like FlyToMoon here that obviously can play with the clock a bit more, you're trying to hold your towers, you're trying to get Luna back to that prime spot, you're holding out for your Mars to have the initiation tools. How do you play the early game? Is it just avoid trouble and yeah, pretty much that. Just avoid trouble and keep farming?
I think for Drow, it's try and win your lane. You've got this Drow Ench lane. You dish out some good damage with the Frost Arrows and then the multi-shot. And then you're looking to farm. I think the key behind the Drow pick is for Viking, it's their answer to Luna. I think I'd be the same reason you'd maybe pick a Terrorblade in their situation. They just want to pick a carry-to-carry matchup that's favorable for them. And they saw the Drow against Luna. You outrange her, you pierce her armor. That's their response.
As we see the lanes match up here, it's General Mars to go toe-to-toe against that Drow. It's Shad Drow Ranger here, side by side of Celery. Lots of ranged heroes in this game enjoying the benefit of that Drow. In addition to these two, we do, of course, have Nature's Prophet way up north here. He is joined by Tiny, the 4-position Tiny.
This Mars pick is going to be a problem for Drow, I feel. The Bulwark later on, being able to redirect projectiles, could be a really potent tool to help keep your whole team alive. So I definitely look out for that one. Top lane Aramis looking for a toss back.
Whoa, didn't quite get it. You see that kind of throw back a bit. I don't know if he didn't find the target quite in time.
It was the range. This spell has been nerfed so many times.
Yeah,
you know?
I was going to say, the range used to be so glorious. What have they done to my poor boy?
The cooldown used to be better. They nerfed the cooldown. They nerfed the range. He's trying, but
it's rough. 4-position, melee, Tiny, and you don't have the full combo yet. He gets the 2nd level now at least, but it's tricky. You got to be crafty, if you will, to try to get pickoffs or assert aggression in that lane.
There's a reason everyone stopped playing this hero as a 4.
Oh, going for the career? Little body block, but no! That woman's got some ridiculous range on her hands, and she's able to get the last hit. Boom loses his courier. I think for the 2nd game straight, right? He lost it in the last game as well, if I'm not mistaken. But here he'll at least have the salve still on hand and uses it right away.
Yep. It's a big deal. It's 44 gold apiece. That's 5 creep kills right there for the one creep kill per player. But you think of that in as 5 creeps. That's a decent chunk of gold going your way.
Oh yeah, I'm sure even supports are happy. Ones who are not part of typical CS will take the bonus gold, certainly. That mid lane matchup for the meantime, still relatively even in the CS. Maybe Death Prophet now inching a bit ahead, and with that courier kill will advance that a bit further. Luna in the last game able to find a lot of farm through the laning stage, and still doing so here at the top. Again, going against this Tiny is not the craziest threat right now, and you have an Oracle Kicker on your side.
Yep.
It's not too troublesome for this Luna to get farm.
Sick Mars build. Double ring of protection on Mars. Love to see it. Let's get all the armor.
You break armor, I add armor.
I want to see double ring into chainmail. Into phase boost. I think the phase... Yeah, yes, he's got the chainmail queued up.
Nice.
Perfect. Oh, he knows the build. You are not going to be killing this guy.
Says, I will take all the armor away. Look at this. Aramis rotating to the mid lane from the top. Says, I'll find some action here maybe. Dishes out the stun toss combo onto Iceberg, but not enough to get a finish. And it just prompts out a rotation from Oracle, who says, I got your back, Iceberg. Here, have a water bottle, a.k.a. the salve. Heals them up as they look for the 4-minute rune, hoping it's going to be top. The supports are there. We saw how much those runes played in effect in the previous game. Toss up and down. The rune's bottom, everybody. And Iceberg is going to be first on it in Invis.
Yeah, not a rune that's going to help him in the lane, and since he doesn't have a bottle, it doesn't really do a whole lot, but mostly denies it from Boom. He would have loved like a illusion or double damage, but not the end of the world.
Your bottom, General fighting forward to try to get that rebuke off. using the benefit of that armor where possible. Now he needs to hide through the trees, but the split shot coming out from Shad will shoot him down. No vision necessary there. And I love your rings. It's all cute and fun, but okay, mid lane. Here comes Aramis again, hitting it with the 1-2, but the Soul Siphon just sucking it all up and away. We'll get the finish onto Tiny. He's struggling to find a home, and oh my goodness, what could this end up leading to here? Is Boom gonna get hit up with a Soul Siphon next, and the Fisher coming out from Aloha Dance. Iceberg all day with a double kill here. Just really opening up this mid lane now. And it's 5 minutes, it's bounty time. And look at that, Celery able to grab the enemy bounty, at least on the bottom.
And that always feels so good when you're the one being ganked 2v1 and you turn it around and get a kill by yourself, and then he gets the second kill with the help of the Shaker. Huge psychological victory. At this point, if you're a Viking, you're just like, man, like we're rotating and screwing this up. Like, what's going on? That's a really bad sign for them. They're meant to be the team that has this kind of strong early game laning stage, and so far, no good.
Hell is going on over here? Yeah. Celery doing a bit of that do-side-do around the bush right now with Aloha Dance, saying, let's leave our cores to fight it out in the bottom lane. We'll both not get XP.
Yeah.
That's a fair trade, I guess.
Drow's probably slightly happy with this. Has the triple Wraith band, good to go. Same time, you can't really pressure General. He's got. If he had the chainmail before the cut, he would have been fine. But
fair enough, fair enough.
You know,
we'll see what the call to action is going to be for Viking GG now. I mean, you have Nature's Prophet, you have the presence of that global teleport. Yeah. You know, I don't know if it was necessary for him to show up to that mid lane during those tiny ambushes, but now we wonder if it could have been a difference as they move in. It's Aloha Dance putting in the mileage, rotating around on this Earthshaker. He was there for the 6-minute rune. He grabbed the haste rune and puts his pressure on the mid lane yet again.
Yeah, I'd like to see the call for Viking to be to play around the level 6, the Wrath of Nature, on Nature's Prophet. It's a big damage source for them, so once they have that ultimate, that's where perhaps he rotates to another lane. Ganking Death Prophet is so difficult because of the Spirit Siphon, so if you want to try gank her, you have to make sure you like blow her up and chain stun her. I don't see them doing that without Wrath.
He's getting close to his level 6, but still taking a little bit of extra time. That Luna on the other side of the lane is really getting a lot of farm, but that bottom General, he could be a good target with that Wrath of Nature rotation combo, but as I say that, okay, never mind. Maybe Iceberg was spotted in the mid lane trying to TP. Maybe it was a misclick. I don't know, but cancel on that.
Yeah, I guess a bit of miscommunication. Maybe thought Shaker was going to go in the Fissure, but I think ideally you make that rotation when General hits level 6 and you have the arena. Yeah,
well, you know that she has no TP, and they're sending Aramis now to the bottom lane. Nature's Prophet should be level 6 very soon. It looks like Viking GG are trying to open things up on the bottom where possible, moving in. Aramis with the stun. They have the damage follow-up. Shad able to clean out. Aloha Dance. General now gets slaughtered.
TP into a +1. Not sure about that. TP always want to fly.
Oh my god, Toby now here. Double kill for him as they clean out 3 FlyToMoon members. It will cost him Celery here as Iceberg swings through. Not going to be able to find Shad within the trees. But commits the Exorcism in for a fight on this bottom lane. And is only going to get the one little support for it.
Yeah, or an Exorcism. Usually that first Exorcism is done, like it's going to pressure a tower.
Gives her the salty tip as well. Yeah. Says, oh, you happy with that? What are you doing with your Exorcism now? Nothing. Mid lane. Boom. Surrounding. Earthshaker here with Aramis, and they're successful. Suddenly Viking GG. Look at that. They've stringed together a couple of kills, and they're on a bit of a run.
Yep. This has freed Luna up a lot in the top lane, top of the CS chart right now, and top 2 net worth alongside the Death Prophet, but very good stuff. That's what Viking needed. They need to be fighting. They need to be getting these kills. Nature's Prophet particularly. It's time to be active. You've got this Treads, Blightstone, Ultimate online. Let's go fight. Should be the call for Viking. Otherwise, if you're not fighting and you're giving them space, they're going to be just picking off Drow. I think the key thing is Drow's game is really difficult, and we're going to see that here.
Bottom lane, General committing in with the arena. Shoves Shad back, but the rotations start to come. It's Boom. Ember Spirit rotating in. He thinks that they got the opportunity to get the jump onto General. General has no TP, no way out. And a bit of an ambitious call by him to try to go for what looked like a solo takedown on the Drow.
Drow was just hitting creeps, ignoring the fact that the Mars was even in there. Like, it's a kill without the Drow, but if I'm that Drow, I'm like, all right, I'm trying to take this kill, you know? But Shad just leaving it for the team.
Boom's like, no, I came to the bottom lane. I get the kill, or I assist with the kill. Whatever. They smoke and they take their business back to mid lane now.
Ooh. No exorcism up, so this could be a good time to get aggressive on Iceberg.
Yeah, Iceberg not showing himself in lane, has to be somewhere nearby, but they instead seek out Aloha Dance, who is at the Lonesome. He does get off a fissure, though, and Iceberg suddenly hits 2 of them with the Soul Siphon. Rotation from General, but he does not have that arena. Here comes Toby now, stepping in with a Sprout, blocking an Iceberg, but, you know, no damage.
Yeah, the uphill miss on the impetus, and the toss also hitting a creep, so bit of a misplayed gank there by
Suddenly,
Viking.
Everybody from FlyToMoon in the mid lane.
Yep.
Like, you're ready to go, we're here. And Viking GG are like, whoa, man, relax. We just wanted a little bit of a fight, not a huge fight. So they tried to split out and get back to farming, but FlyToMoon said, we've already come together, we're thirsty for blood, and we will quench our thirst as they smoke up and head on down.
Yeah, they want to hunt this drow. They know the drow, if not bottom, is probably spending some time in the jungle. And they have a ward, really nice ward in the top side of the map in the other jungle, so that makes it very easy to find the drow. If you don't see her farming the triangle of camps, you kind of know that she's going to be in the other jungle. Unfortunately, or
she's doing a long run back to Fountain. So they're like, well, by deduction, she's at base, I guess.
I mean, heads up play by Shad getting out there, and he's going to keep himself alive because of it.
Well, they have catapults here, so top lane, they rotate Toby, and they're going to look to finish out this tier 1 as fast as possible. While FlyToMoon go for and exchange themselves on the mid lane, they're going to commit the exorcism. They are. So you take one of ours, we're going to take one of yours. How do Viking GG want to respond? Do they want to try to defend this tier 1 mid into the exorcism? Well, Boone shows up, dishes out the slight, no chain commitment. You know, Always Want to Fly does have his level 6 on this Oracle now, so beware of the paramedic in the back who can dish out that extra life. Well, they caught out Tiny. Easy pickoff for them as he's a bit out of position.
Yeah, it's been a rough series and start of the day for Aramis so far. He had a tough Shaker game, and now it's been a tough Tiny game. So he's 1-3. Couldn't really find any openings up top, and can't find any here in the mid lane. Not an easy hero to play in the 4-position role right now. And
4-position melee supports who need Blink Dagger to really be good. You know, Earthshaker already has that on lock and is able to kind of chip in a bit more with these long-range fissure setups. As they take the tier 1, and now Viking GG want to make him pay for it, it looks like, as they swing in for a fight. And Tiny's just dead like that again. As they fight themselves into the arena where there'll be no additional outside damage to interfere. Ember sweeps in and sweeps right back out. FlyToMoon taking really no threat at all after taking that tier 1.
Yeah, I don't know what Aramis is doing there. He's a bit too crazy. Just trying to... He just instantly died. TP's in on respawn, dies again, and the tower's already down. That's the, I think, really questionable part about it. Yeah, you want to fight with Exorcism going on cooldown, but if you're diving in, like FlyToMoon, even just Spirit Siphon at that stage is still a strong spell, both damage-wise and sustain-wise.
If I was in a pub and that Tiny was on my team, he's like, all right, well, fine, I'm jungling now. You guys aren't fighting with me, I'm jungling.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Aramis wants to show his rocky face again in the near future, or if he wants to invest some time in farming. Nah, forget that. We're going to smoke. We're going to go find kills, baby. Bottom lane.
But first you don't succeed.
Yeah, we got Mars here, and we need Aramis to lead out the charge with that stun. So get in there, boy.
Now Boom's going to make it easy for him.
Yeah, he lays down the chains.
Oh, he missed the toss again.
But they still might have it. No, here comes Always Want to Fly. He's got the bailout. He's got the save. Boom wants to make him pay. He's going to jump to the back lines to try to chase down this Oracle. It's a real long chase, but finally gets the finish there. It will cost them, though. It's Boom who clears out a secondary courier kill onto Iceberg, but you know they lose Toby.
Yep.
The precious Nature's Prophet core for this tussle in the bottom.
Yeah, Boom's doing what he can, but just hard fight for Viking once FlyToMoon show up, and they've committed so much onto a Mars who doesn't even end up dying there. The Oracle acting as a great defensive tool for FlyToMoon, and they just punish Viking GG for overcommitting.
You know, we will see FlyToMoon not really able to do much with that response to the fight in the bottom lane, but they're comfortable and they're still farming away. Luna bottom, yeah, jumping from Toby, but see you later. Just quick TP out, he's fine.
They're not done though. Always want to fly dewarding. May have overstepped a little.
Didn't realize that there was extra threats there from Viking side, I guess. And we'll lose the sentry he just dropped.
Yep. I'm curious to see how this Drow Luna are going to scale. Drow was their kind of X-Factor hero they picked up to try and win this game. Is having a good game, but we'll have to see if some of the get-in-your-faceness of like a Mars is going to be a problem. Mars is not going to have a Blink Dagger anytime soon, is prioritizing the Vlads first, which makes total sense as well. Oh, bottom river, Aramis, he's been speared to a tree. He was trying to TP out in the river. And
oh, he's done for. They just slowly walk him back. He does manage to get a toss-off from the DP.
Yeah. There's going to be a Purge. It's going to reach. Ooh, miss.
Boom! In the meantime, Boom is able to get a pick-off on a support himself, though, taking out Aloha Dance.
Nice kill.
The top river.
Yeah, and in the end, FlyToMoon have to commit a bit more to chase down Tiny, so it's not too bad for Aramis, who will be telling his team, hey, Arena's on cooldown. If we find a fight, we don't have to worry about that. That is really a lot of the team fight for FlyToMoon, at least as far as control goes, until they get a Blink Dagger on Shaker, so...
Yeah. So this should be Vikings time now, and, you know, like you're talking about before, they've committed him for this Drow lineup, so she needs to kind of be the star of the show, I imagine, before Luna gets to that, like, kind of third item pickup when she's considering the BKB. You know, for now, wants to get the Hurricane Pike and advance her range a bit more to be able to participate, but... Once she gets that defensive item, Viking GG haven't really done their dominance by that point. It could be concerning in the late game.
Definitely have not seen much Hurricane Pike at all on Agi carries. It's kind of been a dead item after getting nerfed a few too many times. But and this game especially, I don't feel like it's amazing. It's nice to be able to get out of the Sprout for sure, but you're not versing like a melee core that gets on top of you.
Yeah.
It's not an item that does particularly well against the Drow, I'd say. It's kind of like, okay, Drow's outranges me. What do I do? Let's get some range to try and match it. No, Hurricane Pike doesn't give you enough range to come close to the Drow, so...
It feels like it's only for the bonus utility, like you said, getting out of Sprout, maybe getting away or over a fissure.
Yeah.
Or necessary, but we'll have to see if there's something more to it or not. As they smoke and go on the move here. They got Arena at the ready.
Shad's done really well avoiding like gank after gank. Like,
yeah.
It's this kind of hidden impact of his where he's wasted a lot of FlyToMoon's time where they've hunted through the jungle to try and kill him and he's never getting caught. I feel like so many Drow players would have died several times this game. But Shad is just reading the map really well.
Yeah, for the most part, he seems to be finding little bits of farm during this dodging phase of these ganks. Before we did see him do that long run back to base. Here was able to find a little bit of creep stacks on the side. So while it is wasting the time of FlyToMoon, he is able to find a little bit of farm for himself. But, you know, on the same instance, Luna has been grinding away through this jungle. She's now top of the net worth in the game.
Gets the cast range as the talent. Interesting pickup. It's only 15 attack speed, so your Lucent Beam initiation range is pretty huge with this. Not that it's like a true initiation, it's a 0.8 second stun, but sometimes that can be helpful.
Maybe making moves on Iceberg in the mid lane.
Yeah.
He is alone and now greatly outnumbered with Toby TPing in. They just see an opportunity to get the jump on Death Prophet at her Lonesome, and they quickly pounce and they take her 6 times kill streak, and they're going to possibly get more. They've already forced out Always Want to Fly with the ult TP. Is it going to be enough damage? Is the Fountain regen going to be enough? No, it is not. They have certainly done enough DPS to blast him down. Suddenly 2 kills in the mid lane for Viking.
He was buying items in the base there. I'm not sure exactly what he got, but he tried to survive through. They tipped Death Prophet. This is the timing, I think, for Viking GG. They just completed drums to go with the mech on Nature's Prophet, so double aura teamfight items. Drow's kind of coming online too with just a ton of Agi. Yasha, Dragonlance, like no like big item completed. It's just all these good mid-game, medium-sized items that allow you to come fight.
A good mid-sized meal here for Drow as she is able to use that chunky damage to help in ripping out this Roche. And now what do you do if you're FlyToMoon at this point? Do they have the blink done on Earthshaker? He has no gold. Oh, they do. So it's like you want to fight. You want to smoke. You want to make a debut with this Blink Dagger. They now have the Aegis. That does not seem to waver them. They feel like maybe Viking GG will anticipate no fight because they have the Aegis. And maybe FlyToMoon can catch him by surprise. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Toby's here in the top lane, but that opportunity might miss him.
Yeah, V-Tune's going to show. Don't imagine Viking GG are looking to jump him at this point. They're playing around the mid lane, playing defensively. Even though they just got the Aegis, it looks like they want to finish another item or two. Drow's close to like a Manta.
They did spot top lane Toby. I guess Toby was lingering around a bit. Boom's coming in. And with the approach of Boom now, General commits out the arena. They'll finish out Nature's Prophet. Boom wants to get at least the support, will be successful in that, and now suddenly Iceberg's the one in trouble. More reinforcements show up from Viking as they see a great opportunity to take more lives, and they're successful. They finish off the Death Prophet and they want more. Vessel out onto Aloha Dance, can't TP or can't blink away. Tries to juke within the trees, needs one more second. No! Able to make it out and away to safety, my goodness.
Whew. But that's the blink reveal, and all they get is a Nature's Prophet. They lose their Death Prophet once more. This has not been an easy game for Iceberg past the laning stage. He absolutely crushed it in the lane. He's 6-2, it looks good, but the last two fights, his 2 deaths have been at really bad times for FlyToMoon. It's when they're trying to take over the game and they've kind of lost control, lost the Aegis. And Boom with this early Spirit Vessel is causing all kinds of problems for FlyToMoon.
Now I see a Death Prophet who's going to be prolonged that much further from completing out something like a BKB. And that's what these cores are going for next, it looks like, some more defensive type of items. I mean, V-Tune's still trying to finish out that Hurricane Pike, it would appear. But the damage is going to really start to build up on Viking GG's side now. It looks like Drow is going to get her own BKB too.
Yeah, I think the timing for FlyToMoon is going to be these BKBs, which is where I'm a
Everybody getting BKBs now.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised by this Hurricane Pike on V-Tune.
Guess what, though? Aramis has got his Blink Dagger Gods.
Let's go.
And this is the big Blink debut. Mid lane smoke. There's
Boom's
General.
invis.
Go! Successful Blink debut just like that.
Is it? Oracle's... Okay, General's still alive.
Force out Oracle ult, so still more successful than Earthshakers.
Yeah, yeah.
Who just blinked to make it away and live. They at least forced the ult, but yeah, it's, you know, at least it's not Blink ulting. It's just Blink stun for Tiny. Nothing too dramatic, but that is going to be revealed. And okay, a Yule's opportunity here. On to Little Ench.
Tiny's back in with another blink.
Oh, here we go, Aramis.
He blinked into 4. I don't know about that one.
Not enough firepower, but it's enough for Drow to help in getting the clean out and finish with the Earthshaker, so that's going to be a dunk taken off the table and away. DP will fall next, and they just put their full focus onto General. He's trying to fend it off with their shield, but he cannot beat them away. Now a move in from V2, and he's committing in the ulti. He's giving them everything they have, but it's not going to be enough. No one can stop Shad. Shad on the outlines just hitting him like a turret with all of that damage. And they will easily push us into a tier 2 tower. That fight is all Viking GG.
Yeah, huge from them. In the end, yeah, baiting out the Oracle ultimate actually does work some wonders there. It allows them to fully commit to the fight. It's pretty key, I think, that if you want to kill Death Prophet, that Oracle ultimate is you're either stunning and going the Oracle at the same time, or Oracle ultimate is down, because if Oracle can false promise the Death Prophet there and just keep her alive for some Spirit Siphon healing, it looks very different, but without the protection, Death Prophet just dies to all the control and the burst damage coming out.
So Aramis MVP, right? That blink in, that use of a false promise early means it's not available for the fight. And then he started, he didn't do much the second fight, but he said, let's start now.
The second fight, he blinked in and died, yeah.
He was the drummer boy in the war who runs in. It's like, we're just starting, boys, let's go. They do take the tier 2 top, and they possibly catch stragglers outside the fence. They take down Always Wanna Fly. He'll be gone for about 30 seconds without the buyback available. But Viking GG just reaping in the benefits, now have an 8K net worth advantage. Confidently can move back, gobble up the jungle farm, and reset, if you will, to go for their next offensive push.
Yeah, they're just kind of going from one tower to the next, taking objectives. And this is a problem for FlyToMoon, who just struggling to take any kind of a team fight. Feels like Luna's been a bit lost with the item build. I saw AC queued up at one point as a way to deal with the Drow. Having plus armor does not get pierced by the Drow ultimate anymore. It's just your base armor. But then he's like, okay, well, is that really going to make a difference? Now he's got the Manta queued up.
Ooh.
I don't think this. I think this Hurricane Pike pickup was pretty terrible as well. It just does nothing for your game. It's a huge gold investment. It's like 4.5k gold or something. Pike.
I tried to be optimistic, but I don't know if the utility that I was saying. It doesn't matter when Luna just rolls in near the back end of a fight and tries to press R and do right click. So here they go. They have Blink Dunk. Maybe they'll catch Toby. Oh, they'll certainly catch Toby, right? His Yules speared to a tree. It's just your split pushing Nature's Prophet, though. He's got a mech.
He tried to get out, but no luck going his way.
So much hate, though. FlyToMoon had 5 members here to beat him down.
Yeah. Still be fight over the runes was, I guess, the idea there where Nature's Prophet was trying to control top, maybe get greedy, go for all 4 bounty runes, but FlyToMoon makes sure that rotation is timed with the bounty runes and also sets him up to take a tier 1 tower here, so
okay,
that's a nice pickup. Importantly, I think they've got some ultimates being like leveled up, like level 3 Luda ultimates, a pretty big boost in damage, goes from 12 beams to 18. So that's nice for them. I think the key item though is this Mars Blink. The Vlad's is such a nice item that to buff up your Luna, but not having a Blink has made it really difficult to initiate and start fights.
I imagine they have to put themselves in a position so they can be at the Roche for a fight or contest Roche. Or if they can catch Viking GG here, a strong opponent, and they finish out Iceberg. Iceberg again, gonna die. Early on, the rest of the team will make it out with the exception of Always Want to Fly, but it's a story that we've seen before in this game already.
Yep, they're just getting picked apart. They can't take any fight anymore, it seems. It's an 8k gold lead. Shad's about to have a BKB on Drow Ranger. And then Toby completed his BKB. Even though he died, he managed to buy his BKB before he did. Oh, aloha.
He's out. 40 seconds. Does have buyback, but no threat of a blinking echo for the time being. It's Roshan may be responding in about 15 seconds. So we'll see if maybe Viking GG want to pressure out a buyback. They'll just keep lanes pressured forward. They still even have a tier 2 bottom lane. It's free money on the map for them. But it's looking really good for a game number 3 here of Viking GG. Just kind of keep this one held.
Yep. Looks like they're going to be making their focus more around Roche number 2. Going late game 2 when they've got this Drow Ranger, which is the kind of the counter to the Luna carry. At least that's how they see it. That's why they picked this. And I'm pretty sure this is probably one of the best carries to play into Luna. Generally, you just want to outrange the Luna.
Damn, they put a bounty on my guy, Aloha Dance, before he was even alive. Ooh. They're just gonna, we're gonna kill you. Just know that. The mind games from the bounty, I like it. Yeah. As they're holding out for their own opportunities here. The catch 'em by surprise hasn't quite worked out for FlyToMoon, and I don't think it's in their best interest to just, sulk and sit back and wait for your high ground defense. So it's mostly, I guess, Luna moving out and farming and building up. Her next pickup is going to be an AC here. So feeling that most of the threat is coming from a lot of the physical damage and that the magic immunity is not going to be too necessary in this one. You got Oracle, right? He'll bail you out.
Yeah.
you don't need it.
I quite like the AC pickup. I think he does need a BKB, but it's like at this point it's like he needs both BKB and an armor item. I would like this build more if he just had a BKB instead of this Hurricane Pike. Like BKB plus AC would sound pretty nice actually.
Yeah.
But we'll see what he can do.
But last game as well, right? VTune did get the Dragon Lance at least. I don't know. Luna players, they're insecure about that range.
Yeah, the Dragon Lance is fine. Like, you look at Drow, she's rocking the Dragon Lance. It's more the Hurricane Pike upgrade where you suddenly spend a lot of gold just to upgrade from Dragon Lance to Hurricane Pike.
For a push. For a little bit of push.
Yeah.
Where that could have been a chunkier investment into that BKB/AC earlier or whatever it may be. I'm with you on that. Maybe a false sense of confidence from FlyToMoon for her to be able to commit to that type of item, but for now, we see a smoke move out from Viking GG with Roche at the ready. Whoever takes a big fight here could secure that extra life and put themselves in a better position or possibly close it out, but long chase out.
Well, It's not been a pretty game for Aramis, unfortunately, but Viking GG still looking like they're at least ahead, going to get the win. And for all the shit I'm giving Aramis, I would say Aloha Dance, his Shaker's not had a great game either.
Yeah, hard for the fours in this one.
Yeah.
The blinking, stunning fours are just not quite finding those opportunities to really look clutch at the moment.
They're going to make their move around top, but Roche has respawned, so...
Okay, look
Aramis.
at this. Boom with the DD and Aramis. Aramis is able to find the stun toss onto Iceberg. They quickly turn it around onto Aramis. Will easily... No! The Glimmer save comes in, and he's going to be just fine. Now a jump in Arena to force the Luna back. She's trying to move on forward to go for the finish onto Boom, but now going to be committing in with the full Eclipse. Toby and company running, make it back and away. General looking to chase out, but Shad has found himself in a good position again on the outside, trying to deal in the damage, but it's looking like FlyToMoon actually besting this one, chasing it out. Shad's forced to BKB TP away, and look how the tables have turned.
And with Roche up as well, they win the key team fight.
Oh, yeah, they buy back.
Oh, boy. This is scary, though. Exorcism is being used. Can you really contest this one or not?
Get that bear out of here. They kill the little neutral creep, providing the extra bit of vision. They spot the Enchantress nearby. They commit in for General.
That's a bigger
Spears
kill.
in Aramis to the Roche pit to finish him off. But here we go. The General Gladiator in a bit deep, though, gets shot down as Shad steps on forward and starts dishing out the deeps, taking him out, looking to go for Iceberg next. Iceberg still fighting with the back end of the Exorcism, but it's not enough. Shad gets that double kill. They fight from behind the pit as Aloha Dance narrowly able to make it out and away, but Viking have reclaimed the Roche for themselves. FlyToMoon can't hold for round 2.
Cost them quite a few buybacks in the end, but they do still secure themselves a Roche. I think that was the plan at the start, and then Ember and Tiny were like, let's go dive in and try to get some kills. That was definitely probably not the best call when you're split apart. They had several heroes at the Roche pit, several in enemy jungle, and it was just very disconnected play from Viking, which is why the fight starts so bad. Blink Echo Slam whiffs! Oh no!
These 4 positions are struggling this game, man.
Yeah, I've been struggling both games. Even last game we saw a really tough game for the Shaker.
Damn.
But wow.
And they got the bounty. They knew it from the get-go. Unfortunately,
4 position playmakers, you either look amazing like the MVP, or you sometimes have these games where all these you're playing against elusive heroes like Ember and stuff. It's like, well, if I blink Echo and we blow him up, it looks great. If he Sleight of Fist dodges the Echo, well, I look kind of bad, like a noob, and now the casters are flaming me.
Well, that's the risk you take when you're a playmaker, you know. Sometimes you miss it, sometimes you are universe and you land the $1 million Echo. That's just how it goes sometimes. As FlyToMoon still able to fend off Viking G from their half of the map, but obviously Viking GG now have the Aegis, the ball's in their court, and what they want to do with that timing. Ember has that extra life, as Drow is able to pick up an Eagle song in the meantime.
She's getting pretty scary with this butterfly complete in 200 gold. Has the multi-shot damage as well at level 20, so big boost up to her long-range damage. But Luna with AC, so this is key against the Drow. 15 armor for her and 5 armor for everyone on the team, so all this bonus armor that the Drow will not just pierce through. And also has the ice armor creep. That's a nice little pickup with the helm creep. That's a good adjustment. Normally you see the Alpha Wolf just following her around, like a Luna around for the bonus damage, but recognizing that this is a game where they need armor more than they need damage.
See if it's good enough, though. It seems like they've put together the tools, but FlyToMoon are never really at the ready or kind of caught between or overextended, so they need to kind of have everyone on the same page here to go for a strong offense onto Viking GG where possible. It's
tough because their Mars initiation is countered by these BKBs so heavily. It's normally this thing where you get a fast... Oh, Invis run in, Aloha Dance.
All right.
He's fed away his life. But yeah, playing Mars into BKBs is never easy. I think usually that's partly why you have the fast blink, is you're trying to just have this timing where you have blink and they don't have BKB. But That is no longer the case.
What was Aloha Dance doing there? It was a Shadow Play debut. I don't think the team was even close enough that if he got some sort of walk-up dunk, anything would come out of it. But
scouting mission, but
I guess he knows the timing that he'll be back for a high ground defense if it does come down to it.
Yeah.
But they're about to lose their 2-2 bottom.
It's also the Roche pit. There's always going to be sentries around the Roche pit. Like, that's a key part of the map that you want to control with sentries. So
absolutely.
That's very questionable.
That is dangerous territory, but he will pay the price, and we'll have to see if it's just a lesson learned for now, as Viking GG now in total control of the outside of FlyToMoon's base.
Yeah, VTune's already got Rapier on his mind. It's queued up after the Satanic on Luna. We'll see if...
Time to break the glass and pull out the emergency Rapier.
Yeah, well, I think they're seeing the direction this game is going, that they're going to be stuck in their base, defending high ground, probably not contesting Roshan or taking team fights. Maybe you get Satanic first, but eventually to win this game as FlyToMoon, you probably need a Rapier unless Viking GG kind of mess up a team fight. So, yeah, I think VTune and FlyToMoon realize that they've missed their timing this game. It's going to be tough. They're going to play some high ground defense here and there. But they are also looking to make some moves out of base. 40 seconds on this Aegis, though, so I would say now is not really the ideal time to make a move. You want to wait till that Aegis is about to expire.
Yeah. Give it another, 20, 30 seconds. And then make that jump call here if they are watching the clock, which they could be. Smoke on Always Wanna Fly. First they got a sentry. Aha, they do see us. Yep. So they get rid of that. Now do they want to smoke? Well, they better hurry because Viking are coming around the corner.
They want to fight by this ward, though. They know the Aegis is expiring in 10, so they're like, okay, we've got this high ground vision. We have a sentry here as well.
Oh, they spot DD, the top river. Do they... Yeah, Viking GG pull off. Backpedal, probably for the DD.
Yeah, imagine
fight there. Yep. As you mentioned, Aegis now expired. So I guess kind of props to FlyToMoon on that one. They don't put themselves in a position to allow Viking GG to take a good fight and close out the game with that Aegis.
Yep. I think now they can make some more aggressive moves out of their base, potentially, but I also feel like their best late game timing is going to be this Luna Satanic Rapier. She has bought the Satanic, or at least will have it in 10 gold. So time to start farming that Rapier and go in late game. You need the evasion piercing against the Drow who has a butterfly, and you just need some kind of crazy late game damage because this game is not headed a good direction.
FlyToMoon are waiting mid lane. They pop across. They know Aramis is waiting within those trees, and they're looking to lock him down. Aramis, though, not falling without a fight. He has evolved and changed. This man will not be blown up at a drop of a hat. And boom. Who gets Yules and isolated, pops the BKB, and is going to be looking to commit while Shad cleans out Aloha Dance. Aloha Dance not able to get another dunk off. And
nice
now
silence.
Their whole team getting blasted down as Shad steps in with a big multi-shot. Here comes the Eclipse Arena. This is everything FlyToMoon have. Is it going to be enough to fend off Viking GG? They're chasing, they're running, they're going, but they're not doing damage yet. They've got the Yules isolation onto Shad. Shad pops out the Manta, but is surrounded. Eats the cheese, heads to the high ground to make it away, but is hit with the Lucent Beam. The jump in from General. The Rebuke back. The Soul Siphon. The Spider Legs.
Ooh.
But ultimately, they catch that little rat and they finish off the Drow Ranger. Toby not going to be able to make it out. Nice catch there. And it is FlyToMoon with the defense.
Really
and a
well
frisky fight. All starts with the attempted jump onto Aramis. They shift their focus over. They extend on the back of Boom and his BKB and right into the arms of FlyToMoon, where the big turnaround being General dropping the arena, the Eclipse coming out, and you saw Viking just turn and run.
Yeah. Ember got blown up by that Eclipse. Like, the BKB had worn off. He'd gone in aggressively with the Remnant. We'll see it all again here. And the key thing is they have a ward. They see Aramis because they have a ward on that cliff. Aramis knows there's a sentry there, but the problem is the sentry does not give you vision. It just gives you detection. So he believes it's been dewarded. He's standing underneath a ward. He gets gone on. Even though he doesn't die here, it just completely separates Viking GG. And that means Boom is kind of on his own, diving the backlines and eventually pays the price.
Yeah. In the replay here, we're going to see the turnaround jump. But in-game, Toby is cutting the mid lane wave to try to slow down the roll of FlyToMoon. He is proven to be a bit of a problem to take down. They're going to give him all the tips. They're going to give him all the fun. But for now, he does create some space and time to prevent FlyToMoon to really do a lot of base damage. Because that's the scary thing. You're going against a Luna lineup after all. They take a one strong fight. If Luna ends up inside your base could come falling down real fast.
Yeah, he's managed to pull away 2 creep waves. He's being very annoying. That's a double creep wave, and Dire's like,
That's just not fair.
We can't exactly push until these creeps catch up. And even though Nature's Prophet's still dead with just 4 alive, I believe Vikings should be in an okay position to defend their high ground.
You know, remember again, in that fight, FlyToMoon didn't have their dunk. Aloha Dance, maybe he was scouting out for backlines, ran into Drow earlier in that fight, and Drow just shot him down immediately.
Looks like FlyToMoon may go for a high ground play. Now they've got a huge creep wave with this double wave. They've got Exorcism. They've got V-Tunes Luna, level 26.
It sounds like everything you could ask for here.
Yeah.
Oh, they popped the glyph.
And they've got a leveler decoder, so here we go.
She begins her assault, the tier 3, eating lots of damage here. How can they stop this? Now with the Exorcism going to be committed.
Ember's been caught.
Jump in, long behind, boom.
Got no
He's
buyback.
out, 90 seconds without a buyback. Could this be it? Suddenly
It
FlyToMoon
could be.
just about to 2-0 and take Viking GG out of this tournament like that after they worked so hard building up a, 11K net worth advantage? It's just going to be handed over? It looks like it could be. Celery eating a wealth of damage, somehow able to force herself back into the
Going
fountain.
for the throne.
But they're all in. Full jugular
It's
mode.
over.
That's it. Leveler, Exorcism, all the demolition you could ask for. And it's going to be FlyToMoon flying their way into the next round. Get the hell out of here, Viking GG. Damn.